small fictional country. In the Chinatown of a little town called Cools resides former Special Forces operative Lei Jun. 10 years ago, tragedy struck his life. His wife, daughter, and son were killed during a riot. However, his son's body was never found, so Lei Jun has spent the last decade searching for him. One day, a girl named Lin Wan, a witness in a case against the leader of a local terrorist group known as Father, rushes into the supermarket Lei owns. The police officers guarding her are killed, and now a squad of Father's mercenaries is on her trail. Meanwhile, a landslide has cut off Cools from the mainland, destroying the only road out of town. Lei Jun hides the fugitive and other customers in an underground bomb shelter. They must survive for 12 hours until rescue teams arrive. Wang Jing is a truly legendary figure, one of those without whom Chinese cinema would be very different today. The son of director Wong Ting Lam, Wang Jing began his career in the film industry in the 1970s, writing scripts for Hong Kong's Shaw Brothers studio. In the 1980s, he started directing comedies and action films, and by the 1990s, he had established himself as one of Hong Kong's most influential producers. He has always been known for three things: his prolific output, genre versatility, and focus on commercial success. As a result, his films often became box office hits but rarely won awards. In the 2000s, Hong Kong cinema nearly died out, but Wang Jing was one of the few who continued to work in the industry and support it, creating several commercial hits in the process, most notably the From Vegas to Macau trilogy, starring Chow Yun-fat, and the Chasing the Dragon franchise, which featured Donnie Yen in the first installment. When it became clear that online cinema was booming on the mainland, Wang turned his attention there, producing low-budget action films reminiscent of 1990s Hong Kong cinema. Fury 12 Hours is one of them. It must be said that Wang Jing has always had a keen sense of market trends, and in Fury 12 Hours, he demonstrates this once again. The film is not set in China, which immediately gives it more creative freedom. We see a poor country torn apart by chaos and anarchy. Everything is exaggerated to the point where the film sometimes feels like a dystopia in the vein of Mad Max or a live-action comic book. For example, one of Father's henchmen looks like a brutal giant whose face is always hidden behind something resembling a knight's helmet. At the same time, the closing credits reveal that the protagonist has fallen into a coma, and a local police officer who survived the carnage decides to return to his homeland, China. It's a subtle horror story for Chinese citizens who dream of seeking fortune abroad. Wang Jing limited himself to producing Fury 12 Hours, handing the director's chair to action choreographer Wu Hao, which drew criticism from Chinese internet users. Honestly, it's hard to say whether a more experienced director could have made this comic book style story more convincing, so blaming all the film's problems on Wu Hao seems unfair. After all, this is just a low-budget online action movie that never aimed to be high art. In that context, it's not perfect, but at least it's honest, entertaining, moderately silly, with colorful characters and decent action for its budget. And it's always a pleasure to watch the tough and the on effortlessly take down heavily armed villains.